Gents, please don't take it personally when I do piano. Like, I make music. Like, there was a time on Twitter, like, you know, even when you're going away from Twitter, then you come back and you just pop all out, okay, what's happening in the streets and whatever. There was a time people were having me for Uguti, I'm moving in the Yanos and everything.
You in the Yano land?
Yeah. I was
Shit,
flipping
that's fire.
Yanos. Yeah, there's a song that went gold platinum. Shout out to Slade. Iwa Muhle with Sinomsolo.
Oh, you did that handle?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
So the hip hop community has hip hop
Was eating you.
Yo, Anna.
They
So
don't know what
Bafethu,
they want, those ones.
Because I'm sure there's Nina out there in the rap community. Futhi. I saw a podcast what in
Exactly. The same thing when I made Lana. Oh, man, what's the sound in? Years later, hey, you should have kept doing this sound. Well,
Yeah, the blinders are essential at this point. Aye.
Don't listen to any of it.
It's
Just do. Okay, never mind. It's crazy that the answers nobody had I found when searching for myself. Let's toast to victory. Pick up your glass, show me love. Welcome to Choppin It with Bhuda T. I am most definitely and most highly the Lord of the entire, the Lord of the jig, the Lord of the chop. Definitely the Lord of the chop right now. Yo, the chop is going crazy. The Lord of bring out the greatest to ever do it when we were doing it.
Sure.
The Lord of we matched up with the pink sweaters on some level. Don't know how we did it, but we did it.
We did it.
Lord of the entire, Tweezy in the cut, here to chop it.
Come on with it.
Ladies and gentlemen,
What's going on, sir?
they've requested you also. Everybody's been requested. I guess that's how I'm going to start every chop. But they've requested you. Do you watch the chop? Do you watch
Of
chop?
course. My favorite one right now is the touch. The Stogie one is dope.
Come on now. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I'll watch it.
Do you get in the comments? You've seen your name come up out there.
Nah, I don't get in the comments because I don't want to see anything that I'm not meant to see. Yeah, well.
Yeah, hella.
Yeah.
That's actually a fire thing to say because I had put my life in a place where I avoid the commentary.
Yeah.
But starting up this podcast has made me have to jump right back in the comments because I have to know. If you're delivering a product, you have to know you have to see the engagement. You have to,
Facts.
so it's like, damn, this shit brought me right back in the comments,
Yeah.
which is a headache, a super headache.
Yeah, man. Hey, Ndaba people talk wild out there. So, for safety purposes and not having to go wild. Because when I want to, they know how to take out your bag and get you to. Yabo?
I swear to you. Yeah, I'm saying this, I guess, because we're shooting this on the day we've just put out the trailer of the Culture Chop. And so that whole, on Twitter's going crazy with that whole TWC and Cash Time thing ever since the trailer came out.
Yeah, man.
It's been a headache. I literally I was supposed to make a stop on the way here in Midrand, and I didn't. I just remembered now when we were coming in. Now was I was supposed to stop because I missed the turn. I'm literally on Twitter and driving the whole way.
Yeah.
Like I'm tweeting, reading. I'm like, oh,
You inside.
fuck, I can't believe this is my life, but here I am.
Yeah.
How are you, sir?
I'm living.
Let's start there. How are you? Because I haven't seen you in the young.
Yeah, it's been a young man. Yazi mina nokuqasha. Cooking up, handling my shit. But I'm alive, healthy. Yeah.
The hiatus lifestyle, you're not afraid of falling in love with it. Because there's a danger of falling in love with the hiatus lifestyle. I know as a man who has hated the hiatus, there's a very big danger of falling in love with the hiatus.
I think there's a formula to the madness. You need to know how to move in order to still be in the mix without being in the mix.
Yeah.
Because sometimes also being too much in the mix can get crazy.
Yeah.
Yabo. So mina nje, like, I can easily get lost in the mix when shit gets too exciting. So it's like, okay, we need to focus and get shit done.
This is
Yeah,
a
boy.
fact.
Yeah, boy.
This is a fact. I've seen you in the mix, so I know this for a fact. I
You get
know
what
that
I'm
you
saying?
can get really in the mix. Yeah.
Yeah. And also, nje, shit is weird, bro. Like, some people, nje, like, you know, abanye abantu abakwazi ukuzwana nabantu, so it gets tricky nje just to deal with people and certain things. So, you know, sometimes having to organize ukuthi nje how we handling things nje is just necessary.
So you just needed a step back.
Yeah, step back. Yeah, boy. Just to figure it out also and just to see where the game is at. Yeah, boy.
So how long has your hiatus been now? When was the last time we could say you were visible?
Social as the man or
Yeah,
like
you as the man, because even on the socials, you were like a Twitter nigga on some level.
Yeah.
So it's like, I mean, just as yourself, to be visible, being outside, like.
Yeah, maybe we can say, because Nami, I'm a person who likes to, I'm a routine freak. You get what I'm saying? So, like, I'll be a person who'll be on social media, and then I'll say, okay, cool. At this particular time frame, so let's say 6 months or so, I'm off. Because now this is me doing whatever it is. Maybe I'm trying to chop beats. Maybe I'm on my A&R bag doing this and that and that and that.
Yeah.
So, but funny, you said now ukuthi vele, like, it can get addicting to just be in the peace of mind and away from people.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think I'm enjoying it too much and it's getting tough to just, yeah, boy.
It becomes like that. And the thing is, when you're sitting in a hiatus, in your mind, you feel as though you can just stand up and get right back in it whenever you're ready. And then there's the harsh reality of the fact that no, you can't. You have to warm up. It's like a muscle. Being in the mix is like a muscle. So it's like when you've been kicking it the entire time, you're not just gonna stand up and run. The cramps are gonna go crazy. You're not gonna make it. But yeah, that's a convo. That's a whole nother chap.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother chap. You've been away though for like, what, 2 years now?
Yeah, approximately.
Because even on the gram, you don't like really...
Nothing, dog.
Yeah, nothing.
Like, I just went ghost mode. I think in Jutsu Island, you know, there's those Instagram things. Also, you go to disappear for a year, get your shit together.
Oh yeah, the motivational handles.
Yeah. And then you're on your spanner also, but you know, like, for me it works.
No, it's real.
I'm a person of peace of mind and also just getting to my shit. So, you know, yeah.
What inspired the need for the peace of mind?
I think just things getting to, firstly, COVID. COVID vele just came and knocked people outside. Yeah. And then I was just at a point where I figured like, okay, I need to gather myself together. I must come up with a game plan. Operation takeover and whatever the case is. And that was when I feel like from then up till now, like, angazi ngathi ngishintshile nginokukhula nyana nje that has happened. You know?
Fire.
So at that time, I was still on my young bag where it was like, okay, turn up, let's do whatever. Yeah, sharp. Now it's like, okay, cool, this is life. We need to figure it out. We need to, you get what I'm saying?
That's fire.
So, yeah, dog, like, just figuring Gucci nje, I need to get myself together in life and just grow up. I just felt like, okay, let me
man,
and just see how life nje just operates and be a man. Yeah.
That's fire. As you're saying that, I'm realizing that we're actually all still recovering from COVID.
Still.
We're only like 3 years out of that thing pela rocked our worlds. It's like,
yeah.
Like when you describe the fact that the COVID hit and you had to gather yourself, and it's like, damn, even in the touchline chap, he spoke on when the COVID hit. It's like there's nobody who doesn't have a when the COVID hit story.
I pella the COVID did its thing. That's another thing. Because now, even it's like, for instance, with us, just as far as like maspan and just chopping it nje on a natural level, sagcinana pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, yeah.
So now post-COVID, even now, just having to come together and now flexing that muscle yokuthi kade sagcinana dog and like let's keep it moving.
Yeah, let's
yabo,
get back to it.
it gets troublesome. Yabo.
Yeah, facts.
So hey, COVID vele was very tricky, you know. Especially with all the isolation that it forced us into and all the figuring out. Because personally, I was just trying to figure a whole lot of things out.
Yeah.
Just trying to see, hey, yo phela nini lento, where to from here, isn't danger, yabo.
Fuck, but everybody came out a different man from that handle.
Yeah.
If you came out still the same man, you're an atrocious man. You gotta do better. There's no way. You're wilding. But yeah, where does your story start? Like, I think, do we know your story as the game, as the culture?
Nah, I think people are more caught up in the music, and I think I got so caught up into making hits, and because that's my whole personality as well. Yo, let's fucking deliver the fire, let's work, and and that sort of became my personality. It sort of took away from who I really am. And people don't really know who I am. Yeah, boy. Plus, I'm introverted and I don't really put myself out there like that.
Yeah, facts. Yeah. You've never been really like just out there sharing, like.
Not really.
Yeah, just for no reason. Just saying, oh, hi, I'm Tweezy. Look at me doing this.
Nah.
Where's that come from? Like, you always been that type, nigga?
Nah. I think also I'm socially awkward nakona. Like the music is what sort of brings me closer to people. And then depending on like ukuzwana kwethu, I guess, that sort of unlocks, you know.
Also, you're not really very like into the hey, mina vele ngilana abantu outside. It's like just as a kid growing up, or what?
Yeah.
Are you many friends, nigga? Or did you have a lot of friends, or what? Nah. What was your lifestyle as a kid?
I think as a kid, I had the same I still got the same friends now. Used to be outdoors, but like seasons to other people's way. I think also in my personality, I'm a nigga that's just other people's way. Yeah, get the job done, do whatever it is that you need to do, get out of the way. Yeah, because I don't know, dog. It's like I feel like I have a hard time. I don't know. Like, yeah, I don't know whether to call it socially awkward or what, but I just be me, and then at some point it's either siyazwana as abantu or we sort of just off track because of some weird ass shit. You know? Yeah. Because also, it's like before Ringa now, we're talking about the confidence thing. There was a time where I was very confident, especially about my work. And then no one can tell me shit about my work because it's like, yo, Mfethu, when it comes to music, I don't give a fuck who has to say what.
You did your thing.
Even before I did my thing, it's like, you have a vision, you're good, okay, cool. I'm trying to be GOAT of this thing. And I'm going to do whatever it takes to do this thing.
Oh, that's fire. So you had that before, you had the confidence before you had the hits.
Yeah.
That's fire, okay.
Because I think my love for music goes that deep. Like, if with life, there's a lot of things that I don't understand, but the one thing I really understand is the music. And I appreciate it so much that I put my entire thing into the thing, that's where my confidence will come from.
Yeah.
So maybe from a life perspective, I may be awkward with certain things or isn't but when it comes to the music, that's where you'll be like, okay, nah, there's this guy.
There he is, yeah. So that's where you found yourself?
Yeah.
And that's where the world found you, is in the music?
Yeah, pretty much, because...
Sounds like it's your identity. It's like...
Yeah. Because nakhona futhi of like, as far as passions, my passions, like I'm also a person that's passionate with just being of service. I don't know where that comes from, but you know, I find purpose in being there in something that's worthwhile and just adding something that's valuable and creating something that's just gonna live longer than whatever it is that we're trying to do. So when that meets the music, that sort of unleashes.
Oh yeah, that mix is.
Yeah, and that sort of brings out even. I don't know whether to call it an alter ego or what, but it's like, okay, that's where now Tweezy also starts coming alive because now we in the music, we in the chop, we in hip hop. That's something that I'm passionate about as well.
Yeah.
That brings me out as well.
When did it catch you, the music?
Caught me at about, when I was a young man, dog. Like when I was 6, I was heavy in the kwaito.
Yeah.
Especially Nkulele Sotra, obvious, I'm a Sotra lord.
Yes,
Yabo.
Seski.
So in the Sotra Vele Kwaito, there was a time where Kwaito was like
In Soweto.
Mfana, like
Soweto.
the way Hiatus is fucking shit up, Kwaito was fucking shit up
Yeah,
there.
like that, yeah, facts.
And in Manje, we had these niggas pulling up, because
They from y'all's hoods.
yeah.
Hey, that's
so we
crazy.
had Abo Zola from Zola pulling up to the Zola in the fucking crossfire, in the fucking beamers.
Yeah.
So it's like, yo. And I think that's also the other thing that sort of got me excited into being in the game, because it was like, yo, Mfetsu, these niggas, they just literally have this thing of making this music, and they were able to provide for their families. They were able to
And
be
they
fly
lit
niggas.
niggas, yeah.
They were able to be lit niggas. And they still came back to the hood and said, yo, niggas, you guys can do the same shit.
That's fire. Like, that's the one thing we miss out on. Like, as a case of that nigga, that's the one thing we miss out on. Like, because we didn't have any examples, like, of like niggas that actually live this shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's not really a reality. You only see it on TV. So it's
Yeah.
like, I can only imagine like being a kid in the hood, and it's like, oh, Mandoza's in the hood, or like, who's
And that shit
Zola
was
is in
fire,
the hood,
bro.
or
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's like, I saw that when Questa was in his peak spirits time. I think he was about to get married. I went to go see him in the hood. And we were driving around in his bus, and you know in the hood, it's like
Yeah.
now they even know your cars. Yo, when I
Plus, Vele,
saw
there's the
that shit
branding
with
out
him,
like in the bus and stuff.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. He actually became one of these niggas. Like, he's
Yeah.
a hood hero superstar. Like, Makdluli Motiake kids run after the whip. Like,
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. So that caught you as a youngin', and already. So when you say it caught you, what? The love for music or wanting to be a musician?
Yeah, we can say both, because I think I discovered my love for music when I wanted to become, when I was inspired to be like them niggas, where it was like, okay, cool, niggas are out here superstarring and they're doing all, like when I saw the purpose of music, besides it just being a song and nje into ethandwa abantu just from a hearing standpoint,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. Like, I love music and I love what these niggas got going on. This shit just created a whole new thing, Jay, that I just want to get involved in, because the moment, crazy story. So I got a hot man who used to be, I don't know whether he was a songwriter at Chiscorp or he used to be, but he was supposed to be part of Chiscorp,
Crazy,
right?
yeah.
And so he got arrested, got caught up in some bullshit that
Yeah.
and he couldn't be officially in the group. So now when niggas popped and everything, they used to pull up to the crib.
That's fire.
So when they used to pull up to the crib, they used to tuma me. So Ekas, it was like, yo, niggas used to sort of big me up, because it's like, yo, that's the kid that Otunya Bo Mandoza and Abo Zola and damn type shit.
You were living it like that.
Yeah. So Zola once pulled up on my hot man. Ungtumikoli back when it was the 125 handles.
Yeah.
Like my class.
No way.
That shit was still $7.50. Gave me $10, bought the shit, came back, gave him the shit. He was like, $32.50. And ukumbule, like, whatever it is that you want to do, you could, like, sky's the limit. Wow. Dog, that chop changed
Come
my
on,
entire
now.
life, dog. I swear to God.
crazy.
I was like, all right, I'm going for coats. Fuck this shit.
That's crazy. How old were you at that time?
Fucking 8 or some shit, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And them niggas, Vele, the Chiscorp niggas were like street niggas, ne? They like had backgrounds of getting into trouble, right?
Yeah. Come on,
Hood
it's
nigga
the Sotra
shit.
Lord, it's the Zola Lords, dog. Dog. But they cleaned up eventually and they became superstars and they were,
Yeah.
Boy, especially Mandoza, bro. Our Mandoza is like the goat
What a
of the
goat.
hood. Is the lord of
He
the hood,
switched it
bro.
up and really became like a superstar, a brand, like a huge, like, yo, even the image, Mandoza was clean, yo.
Yeah.
R.I.P. to the
R.I.P.
goat.
to the goat, bro.
That's crazy because I have a wild Mandoza story that I've actually never told. I guess I can tell it now. And I remember it because it also came up in the discourse there in Twitter.
Yeah.
Someone was like, I was telling some Burna Boy story of when I met him. So someone else commented, it's like, yeah, and also Mandoza kissed you on the hand when he was like,
And it was that type nigga, really.
that blew my socks off. Man. It's like as a kid, Cash Time, like we had just put out Goodbye. So this is early 2012 in like Jan or something. Probably Feb. Some event, I think it was a Kulichana thing or something out there in PTA.
Yeah.
We backstage out there. Mandoza's there. And I had seen him, but for me, it's like, hey, obviously, I didn't even think Mandoza knows who I am for me.
Yeah.
Like, because obviously, I'm also a kid who grew up on him. And for me, even further, yeah, I don't even have the privilege of seeing him. It's just like, I didn't even think this guy knew me at all.
Yeah.
So I'm just avoiding him. I'm like, hey, that's the big dog. But so when he spotted me, he's like, yo, but aren't you the kid who's on it? Then it's like, yeah, he's like, yo, you the kid who raps that verse there about your mom and this, that, and that. Yo, it starts, oh, you see that song? I love that song. And why are you kissing me on
He's talking about the Goodbye.
Yeah, it's talking about the Goodbye verse. It's going crazy. He's kissing me on my hands. Like,
Sure.
I was like, what the I froze. I'm like, what the hell is happening?
Didn't you find it weird,
now?
though?
Yeah, that was the first time I had any man put his lips on me. And it was Mandoza, so it was like, but it was like...
The craziest thing is that thing, dog, like, it's a kasi thing. When someone kisses you on your luntuza, it's like the highest form of respect.
Honor, yeah.
It's like your mfana. You're the Lord, Fethu.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since then, a couple other people did it, but it was like, yeah, that was the first time. I was like, but I froze. I was just like, what? I never thought like Mandoza would like see me in that light. And he even, what hit him about that verse, he obviously was like, hey, he loves that verse and he's got a kid. Yeah, but when he drops, I think it was her off at school or whatever, she also likes the song and this, And for him, it was like, yo, that's the real SA hip hop. That's the shit that we started. It's like, it reminds him of like when he was doing Hip Hop and Shonipi Life, talking about real.
Real shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that was fire. That was crazy. R.I.P. to Mandoza.
R.I.P. to the GOAT, bro.
And for giving me that stamp of approval. That's eternal.
That's the highest honor.
That's eternal.
Yeah.
So you have an uncle who's like in the quiet or legendary circles.
Now on the highest level.
So it was that close to you, this thing.
Yeah. And my pops was also, I don't know if Eugene
Oh yes.
Yeah. So, and then you told this thing. Him and my pops were best friends. My pops was like a teacher in some school, Lekasi. My grandpa, principal. But ngati, my dad, I don't know how we got into the mix of music, but him and Ukhotman Eugene were close friends. And I think they used to whip the demo together.
Yeah.
They used to show me my timer's guitars, but yeah, this is the shit he used to whip and whatever. Yeah, man, music has just been a thing again.
That's fire. That's hella fire. I wish it was like, music obviously was in the crib. They were jamming it, but I wish it was in the crib like that.
Yeah, but it wasn't like that. I think in Ilentekas, the inherited thing. Your father was a music guy, now you're a music guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't really like we're out there jamming.
Yeah, but it's in the blood though. That's DNA.
Yeah, true.
That's literally being passed into you before you were even born. Yeah, it's literally in your blood. That's why as soon as you connected with it and touched it, that's why you could become Tweezy.
Yeah, facts.
Because it was already, you were born with it.
Yeah.
Because your pops was in it.
Yeah,
he was in that bag.
Yeah.
Fire. When do you start producing?
I started producing in 2008.
Oh.
Yeah.
And that's not too far from when you popped off.
Yeah, no, it is, because...
Popped off when?
8, 9, 14.
Yeah, that's what, 4 years?
Okay, it
Is
wasn't
that a
really.
lot? To have hits?
Yeah, ish. Okay, yeah, it's not a lot actually.
There are people who have been producing like 30 years.
Yeah, but I've like producing was my, I guess, yeah.
And have
it
never,
felt like
still
forever.
don't have a hit.
I think it feels like forever because that's all I know. Even now in my life, that's all I know. You know, I just sit, I produce, I make music, I songwrite. You know, like this thing is a science to me. So I guess because I spend so much time just consuming, producing, doing everything with the music, I don't really keep track of the time. So anyway, started the shit in 2008. Say high school, grade 10.
Yeah.
Niggas is introducing me to FL. They're like, yo, Mfethu, we got this game, dog.
Who
We can
introduced
share
it
this
to you?
game. Some homie of mine, Mondli, shout out to my nigga. Mondli had a PC, like, being say NSA, National School of the Arts.
Oh, yeah.
So they had
Art school boy.
yeah. So we had the hostel handle out there. So the boarding school situation.
Yeah.
So I was out there, Mondli pulls up. He was the only nigga, well, not really the only nigga, but the one nigga who had a PC. And like, he just had the music, the hip hop, he was about the culture. So we
Fire.
became friends off that. I don't know where the hell he found Fruity Loops, but he came through. He's like, yo, mfana, we can singakali hip hop, ikle game, singakali hip hop, nigga. Sayekala le hip hop. And I'm like, wait a minute. This shit, like, how we clocking this game? Because this doesn't really, we playing this game, but like I barely.
Yeah.
Then I went to the internet cafe, found out Timbo's on the shit, found out fucking Pharrell is on the shit, or whoever. I was like, oh
You
shit.
niggas are playing this thing as a game.
Mfethu.
That's hilarious.
I'm like, oh shit. So that dream, yokuba, that superstar handle living from can come alive with this shit. Then I got introduced to Motherland Crunk and the Les. Futhi, this is peak the Les. Tippy toes Les.
Yeah.
Used to come to the school, vele, with the I'ma keep swag, vele, pull up with the raps,
To the art
everything.
school?
To the art school.
He
dog.
wasn't on the R. Kelly level, no? With the youngins.
Nah, I can't say that. Nah, I wouldn't.
Because
I wouldn't
I've heard
know.
of him pulling up at the high schools out there.
But it
I'm
was,
fucking around. I'm fucking around.
Hey, fair too. Yeah, so yeah, niggas used to pull up because we used to have a festival of fame. So it's like the school used to showcase like the arts, music, drama, what thing out there. So they used to have a Coca-Cola truck where they'd have performances. That's when he'd pull up with the
yeah,
repertoires and the whatever the case is. Type
Hey,
thing.
that's peak like hip hop becoming
yeah.
big in this country, yeah.
So cool. I'm going crazy over Fresh to Death. I'm going crazy over Motherland Crunk. And I was so fucking inspired by Ubongs, by the way, who's the greatest SA hip-hop producer of all time.
Come on now.
Mfethu, there's no one for Bongs but Mfethu. I was like,
Talk that shit.
Mfethu, when I heard E on Fire, and I heard the auto-tune handle on it, I'm like, this shit is coming from Mzansi. No ways. Went to the Motherland Crunk, heard this shit sounding like the States. I'm like, no ways, bro. I gotta be on that handle. I don't know what it's gonna take. I don't care. I'm hopping in. Then from there, got into the gift and the curse.
Yo, that era, that song, that We On Fire song changed all our perspective of what SA hip hop has the potential to become.
Yeah.
Like, cause I remember the first time I heard that joint also. And I think I was even worse than Sepong on. I remember Sepong, so it's playing on the radio.
Yeah.
So it comes on, I'm like, okay, this hook is fire. I'm like, okay, and that was the Akon style. Akon was on fire at that time. So I'm thinking, oh, this is Akon. I'm like, hey, Akon's going crazy. What song is this? And I'm like, wait, is this the Les?
God, yeah, it's not
I'm
the
like,
Akon,
the
it's
Les
the
with
Bongs.
Akon.
Yeah.
I'm like, yo, that's crazy. And it wasn't Akon, it was Bongs. I was like, what? Oh, Bongs, what? In my mind, I was like, how did he even do that hook? Because I was like, hey, bro, these niggas, the niggas from here, they can do that type of shit. I was
Before
like,
you
oh.
even knew auto-tune being
Exactly.
a software or whatever, you're thinking niggas are sounding like that naturally.
Crazy.
That's what I thought at least.
Yeah. And I was like, what? So what's your next step from there? Because then you're devoted, you're like, yo, I have to live it.
Yeah.
And
So-
you're making beats every day of your life.
Yeah, so I start making. Well, it started with me making beats every day of my life whenever Monly had the time. Whenever I could get into his room. Niggas used to go to, I don't know if you remember Catwalk and Roxy's.
Oh yeah.
When it was still happening
I
out
was super
there.
new to Josie, but yeah, I remember that phase,
That era.
wave, yeah.
That was the dancing era, the Black Orchards and whatever.
Yes.
So when everyone was busy living that socially, again, I'm a socially awkward nigga. You know, Mondli and a few niggas are my niggas. When they went out there, I'm like, yo, Mondli, Mfethu, if you could do me the solid of just opening a room, leaving me with the computer and the fruity, my nigga, you would have made my day. So that started happening a lot. Uguti, whenever he's coming out, I'm busy fucking around with the fruity. Then I moved out of hostel because of life. Had to move, whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Started going to my internet cafe in Hillbrow. The dingiest places, dog. Bunked school for that shit. Yeah. Then fast forward, I started hanging out with some niggas that abanyang bathole esontweni, where I used to church in what's this place in Berea. And then
You're a big Sonto man, eh?
Yeah, I'm
Your
a
Christian
hella
level
Christian.
is highly.
It's heavy, dog.
Yeah,
I think also
yeah.
that's where my social
Fire.
yeah.
Fire, yeah.
Because certain things I just see and I'm like, eh, you know,
Doesn't align with
yeah, to a certain
the
extent. So I'm
Sonto
just
man
like,
motion.
you know?
Come
So,
on, nah.
Yeah, then I started making friends in church. They were also heavy about the hip hop. And then met other friends, started forming a group, became a young squatter camp, called
Yeah.
ourselves Ghetto Prophecy, made music, started charting on Metro, YFM. That's where I, was like,
remember
okay.
the Ghetto Prophecy handle.
Yeah.
I remember that name and that era. I can't remember what was gone, but that name is a familiar name. I remember that.
Funniest story, just to talk about impact, air cash time, and everything.
happening. Yeah.
We became Ghetto Prophecy, so there was 8 of us, right? 7 niggas and a mommy. So we were squatter camp. Squatter camp broke down into cash time.
Yeah.
Because now you niggas are handling the goodbye, the standy, and everything.
Yeah.
And you guys came through with the wave. Cash time radio was the thing that got us to say, okay, cool. Because at the time there was 3 of us. They were new, like when it was you, AB, and Luntuza and X.
X, yeah.
We're like, niggas, buy 3C3. Let's move on this wave. And we started like handling the hooks the way you niggas would handle it and everything. I remember even our biggest song, Oh My, the one that charted on Y and Metro and everything. People used to confuse it thinking it's Cash Time Fam. Yabo.
That's
Then they would
fire.
see us, Ustogi. I don't think he'll remember this, but there was a time on Twitter where we sent a link to him and he was like, oh, y'all niggas sound like the broke version of Cash Time. But that's a compliment.
Crazy.
That's a compliment.
Yeah.
We were like, yo, but it's a compliment. I took the compliment to Gucci. Oh shit, so our music is as lit as these niggas.
Yeah, that's
Okay, cool.
fire.
That's fire. I'm running with that. Niggas were very upset. So much that's down the line, very like after many months, niggas were like, "Aye, this shit is not working." Cut ties.
Even the thing though, would you not say even the dream team formation? That's not a Cash Time blueprint.
We could say so.
Come on now, with the dash in the middle, dashes not smashes. Come on, like it's the thing. It's literally the thing. It's,
Yeah, no.
No?
Me personally, I would give it to y'all.
Even the Bloom niggas who did the
The
fraternity. Come
Funniest
on,
thing.
like
So, for me to be Tweezy as the producer,
yeah.
the Beyonce of the fraternity, Muzi.
He wasn't also doing the smashes aesthetic.
Plus, he used to wear the snapbacks.
Come on now. Yeah.
So, shout out to Muzi, dog. So,
Shout out to him.
when we were doing our Ghetto Prophecy thing and they were doing the fraternity thing, we saw them as us on high budget because niggas were able to do the
Yeah.
pilot films videos.
Yeah.
They were able to do the radio tours and whatever the case is. So niggas used to get demotivated seeing that thing. Cause tina besingana new kumfethu siyashizilela, we out in the hill, bro. Yabo. So we like, okay, cool. Let's Luntuza. Let's split, I guess. Yabo. And I couldn't split because it was like, okay, what now? like I did school for this shit and whatever the case is, fuck it. I'm just gonna go produce. Yeah, boy. Umuzi, dog, being a real nigga, he was like, yo, send me some beats. Like, you can produce for the fraternity. All right, cool. We do
How
our
did he
thing.
know of you then?
How did he know of us, fella? I don't know. I think we bumped into each other or someone got someone's number. I don't even remember. But yeah, we were cool as cliques. But
Yeah.
we eventually started having like a relationship working wise. Yeah, so he said, I'm going to send him beats and everything. I used to send him beats, everything. I shop. And then eventually, there was a beat I sent. They tried to get JR on it. I don't know what happened to that song. Cool, whatever. This guy. So Ngatus Jeche was busy saying, yo, this beat, whatever the case is. And everyone, whenever I used to send the beats, they would just color about the beats. And this is something that kept happening in my journey as a producer. Wherever I step in, dog, niggas would be like, yo, bro, we hear the music and the raps and whatever, but the
Hey,
beats, who
Bhuda,
the
but
fuck
the
is
beats.
you know, who the
That's
fuck
crazy.
is handling the beats? This nigga, yo, bro, this thing will be your thing, bro. Like, stick to this thing.
Fire.
Eventually, Muzi comes back to me. He's like, yo, bro, Fana, like, this shit is international standard. This is like, this shit sounds like some Bongani Fasi shit. Whatever the case is, gas. Look, bro, like, I feel like it's criminal that you're not in the industry, bro. So I'm just going to do you a solid. I'm going to pass you these 2 contacts. Do what you got to do. That's the best I can do. One contact is Tito. One contact is the Keenan.
Shout out to Muzi.
Shout
That's
out
some
to
real nigga shit, nigga.
Realist nigga shit, bro.
Fire.
Yeah, but even when I got the number, still, the journey was still tricky because, you know, Keenan is a perfectionist, dog. So,
Of course.
yeah, so the first few moments when we linking up, it's like, okay, cool. I'm bumping him beats. You know acoustic media, ne?
Yeah,
Out
yeah.
there in
Out
the...
there in, what's
by
that?
the
Mill
after.
Park.
Yes, in Mill Park.
yeah.
Exactly. So, get out there. And I don't get starstruck on niggas. The 2 people that I've ever been starstruck on is Mandoza and Keenan. Those, like...
Yeah, Keenan had that.
Yeah, that
He
thing,
had it
dog.
on deck, yeah.
And then Fetsu, you know, fella with the aura, it was about that life, man. And you're just like, yeah, well.
Yeah.
So I see this now, I'm like, yo, shit, this is the guy. And he's just like, okay, relax, everyone, let's get to it. Bump him 10 beats. Yeah, niggas is wilding in the studio, it's a vibe, whatever. They cut on the 10th beat. Sticky was out there. Shout out to Khotman.
Yeah. Oh, shout out to Sticky, yeah.
Shout out to Sticky.
Yeah.
Legend.
Legend, yeah, facts.
So Sticky and Keenan go off. They get into it. Mara, not like loud and whatever. It's like, Shooty, they doing their science about the album or whatever. Hey, we need these beats. No, but okay. Listen, my nigga. This is Keenan now. Your beats are dope, everything, whatever, but nah. We ain't using nothing. The beats are lit, everything is dope. I ain't taking nothing. Mind you, in the hood, niggas were like, yo, if you ever got a chance, this shit's gonna change. Niggas are taking 5. So, mina ngene lapha yana ngizitshela ukuthi hayi, I'm
Ukuthi
getting in
I
the
got it
studio,
locked.
I've got it
You're gonna-
locked.
yeah.
This nigga's taking at least 3. Nothing.
Damn.
I'm confused as fuck. I don't know what this means now, whatever the case is. Umchita, when you're still whipping the Shiroko.
Yeah.
Yes, the video.
Yeah. He was getting into his bag.
Yeah.
When he was living downtown. And,
Yes, in the, yeah.
Yeah.
So, cool, stepping out. I'm trying to investigate. Yo, nigga, so what are you looking for? Melody samples. This man. Then he's like, but you got my number, you know the studio. Yeah, good. Influence. He was out there with the
slang.
language and
Come
the slang.
on.
Come on.
Come on. Everybody was.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, cool. And then from that moment, I was like, yo, you know what? I don't care. My existence in life is to produce music and send it to this guy up until I give him smashes. Like, I don't give a fuck what's happening in my life now and whatever the case is. That's my life purpose.
Yeah.
And I went back to the crib, whipped some melodies, whipped some samples. The next day we linked up. Fun fact, what did Stogie call that song? Diamond Walk.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that beat was originally made for Keenan. That was the beat. When he said melody samples, I went and I flipped a lira sample and I went and made a beat. Came back 2 days later
Yeah.
with other beats also.
Strapped
Strapped up.
up.
Play him the beats. There was another third beat that he liked there, recorded on the shit. Cool. This goes on for about 8 months. 8 months. And then, eventually landed up on the Ranchosi, landed up on the Sim Dope, landed up on the All Eyes, and then landed up on the Life Change.
Do you remember that we were there with Fox when you niggas were making Sim Dope?
Sim Dope, bro.
Me and Fox pulled up at the studio. I think I pulled up with Udo. Yeah, I think it was the three of us. And I literally, and this is where I back him up on his producer level. I literally remember him telling you how to play the ba-ba-ba,
The trumpets.
So that's the first time I saw him produce. I was like, oh shit, I had heard, he's that nigga. I was like, So now when I was jamming the song, when you guys finished, I was like, oh shit, he killed it. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, he's that boy, you forms. He's that boy.
He's hella.
But you were in your luck. I guess the combination of you and Forbes, because you guys were pretty much co-producing. He would give you some direction as far as, oh, you're on fire here, but you see if you do this, do that, and sort of like the Luna and KO relationship.
Yeah. I think also because, like when you work with artists, artists know what their shit's supposed to sound like. So, and that's where as a producer, you need to less the ego. Type thing, because you can come with fire beats and you can have amazing whatever the case is, but at the end of the day, the artist knows the vision, because like Keenan, he was very patriotic. He was South African and everything, so he was very obsessed with sounding South African, and that was the problem with my beats then. Uguti, they sound too international.
Fully,
Uguti, shit, the shit is overseas, but it's where's the South in it? So he had to sort of lula me and bend me into the sound of sounding South African, and then as we started working a lot, vele nami nje subconsciously, I started adjusting to molding the sound to sounding South African. It's okay, cool. It can be international and whatever the case is, but it needs to have the Mzansi thing to it.
Yeah.
Type thing.
That's fire. That's a very fire, and cause then you make the hits and you see the results. Oh shit, he's right about this.
Yeah.
This thing of bringing it home.
Yeah.
Also, that him saying that to you, that was the reason you went and did the Brenda Fassie sample, for All Eyes.
Yeah. And it was crazy because I think at that point, Think and Grow Rich calls it the mastermind and the sixth sense, where you're in your bag so much, you and your people, you guys are now just moving off the same wave, the same flow. Yeah, boy. Craziest thing is that I don't know whether he was actually watching it. I believe so. But Brenda was playing on TV, on Mzansi Music or some shit like that. And Nyak Saba came on. And I'm like, shit, that would make a dope-ass record for Keenan. Doing it with and it called me immediately. And it's like, yo, there's this Brenda Fassie record. And I'm like, yo, I'm bumping the shit. I'm tuned in.
That's crazy.
And we started chopping ideas and whatever the case is. And he's like, yo, I'll send you the sample. I went and I made the beats. By the time he sent the sample, I just attached the sample and sent the beat 2 minutes after. And he was mind blown. Yo, what the fuck? Nigga, I just gave you the sample. And I'm like, dog, I guess we are in our...
Too ready.
But also we were in our element. So whatever it is, because I also went through magazines just trying to figure out what he's trying to... Because when Angithi Levels came out before I got involved, when he was doing like the listening sessions and whatever the case is. This is like late 2013. This was when he was pushing like Congratulate, and like the sound was very pop influenced.
Oh, yeah.
So, I didn't get the sound at the time, to what he's trying to achieve. So I had to sort of study what's going on there. And like go through magazines or whatever the case is, reading interviews to figure out what he's trying to achieve with Levels. And within that studying and just that trial and error, it got to a point where I understood what he was trying to do so much that I couldn't do wrong. to a point where it's like even when we're doing the all eyes and whatever the case is, and when I'm sending the ideas, I'm sending an idea to a point where when he gets it, it's like exactly. He's hopping into the
He doesn't have to
and
tell you much anymore.
Yeah,
It's like,
maybe we'll add other things and just try to grow whatever idea, but I sort of understand where he's trying to move sonically, and yeah,
that switch up at the end of Symptom.
crazy.
What? In what? 2013, nigga? 2014? What was it?
Well, yeah, we did it in 2013.
Yeah, he made it in 2013. Yeah. That bounce of
the halftime.
What bag were you niggas in there?
Hey, dog, we were in our element at that point, because funniest thing is that idea came through in the studio when we're, like you were saying, when we're busy adding the trumpets and stuff.
I was there.
Yeah. So he records up till second verse, and then we get stuck. It's like, yo, okay, what's happening now with the joints? Then him and Sticky and everyone else try out whatever they try out, doesn't work. And then I'm like, yo, suggestion, gents, let's whip the halftime. The fuck is that? That's when you take the beat and you stretch it on beat to be slow, but now it's gonna move and like, let me just demonstrate because I can't cover this thing. Went and I flipped the beat, halftime stretched it, sent it to Sticky. Oh, then I told the niggas, okay, cool, let's come up with a third verse, just record it on the beat normally, and then we'll attach the beat after. Niggas recorded, did whatever. Once it was done recording, we put the halftime beat. Then get.
And also now he's getting it.
Too.
That third is I was like,
Dog.
okay, Forbes now is him.
He was going crazy.
What?
Yeah.
He was on fire at that time. I was just like, yo, no way. All eyes. Because for me, the first time I remember, okay, I came to that session and then I pulled up a different time and no, you guys made Sim Dope after All Eyes, right?
No.
Came after, yeah. So I had come at another session and it was after the session, I was already walking to the whip. So he comes out to the whip with me, we jump in the whip. He's like, yo, come here, this head, though. Yo. When he jammed that thing, I knew he was gone.
That's how I felt.
I knew like from first listen, when it came on the beat, I was like, okay, that's scary. When that hook came on, I was like, that's Burner, and that's the hook. And then when he came on with that first,
rap money in a rush.
Tell her back it up for me when you see me in the club.
Competition didn't buried in the dust.
Hey, I'm like the legendary Bender first. It's all about once you get it, you never get enough. And you gonna need better credit to get ahead of us. He was, no way. I was like, oh, okay. Immediately, like in the car, I was like, huh. I think I even told K, I was like, yo, that nigga has some other thing that he's gonna. And I could tell in his face, he knew it. Now he was like, yo, I'm about to go stupid.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, go crazy, my nigga.
So when he first played it for me, he called me. I don't know. I was in the studio doing some other shit. He was like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Dog, I'm just living it up. What? Dog, just go to some room, be on your own, bro. Like, I'm thinking, that's weird, fine, fuck it. Go into the room. Yeah, dog, I'm on my own. He's like, yo, my nigga, life is about to change. Are you ready? I'm like, yeah, I'm ready. Nah, nigga, are you ready? I'm about to play you the biggest African smash. I'm like, yeah, let's hear it. Up to the time, I'm like, yo. Fana, I wonder when it got to NS4 now, time to get the Fana. Tears of joy, bro. I was like, I'm Fana, out of here.
We are gone.
We are gone.
we are gone, man. We've made
gone,
it.
My nigga. I was like, yo. And like, I don't know, there's something about that song that's just like, I don't know, dog. It just says, yo, smash hit, classic, immediately.
Immediately.
Petsu.
Like, from the first listen, you're 100% convinced.
Bro.
Like, that's one of the best examples of like an African hip hop smash.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that's a perfect song from production to
To the
features
people
to
involved.
the arrangement. Like, even that the layers touch at the end is like, that was so perfect. Like, as far as production to song making and
That
10,
was
11
perfect,
out of 10 with that
dog.
song. Wow.
Yeah.
And then you niggas shot that vid. So, yo, Rancho, you made Rancho. Your catalog, my nigga, is a
Bro.
bit crazy. Before we go there, your tag. When did you come up with the tag?
The Ayoba. So, back in the Ghetto Prophecy days, we had a Pam mixtape. Pam mixtape was like a pre-album mixtape. I think that's what we called it.
Yeah.
So the concept for that mixtape was that we're gonna get voice notes, and we're gonna get people shouting out the Pam mixtape thing. Yeah, bo?
Fire.
So there was a voice notes that we had did. Yeah, bo? Where I was like, yo, this is Tweezy or something, blah, 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 and you now tuned into the Pam mixtape Ayoba with a normal voice.
Yeah.
So on Fruity, when you chop samples and whatever the case is, there's a folder of like your stash of things that you chopped, whether you used it or you didn't or whatever, but it's like your stash. Fast forward to the time that day when I was making the beats and I was waiting for the sample.
Yeah.
Cool. Fruity does its weird things. You know, like those mistakes from God, where you make a mistake, but it's a fire mistake and it ends up being on the joint.
Yeah.
The tag came alive like with that kind of scenario. So I'm pressing spacebar to just jam the beats. Doom, 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 doom. I don't know what the fuck I did. I pressed some shit and all you could hear was Ayoba. And it
That's
just, I was like, what the fuck is that?
crazy.
And when I saw this thing, and I probably chilled for like 5 minutes trying to think, yo, should I keep this? Maybe this nigga won't like this thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah, because you're not trying to do anything.
I don't want to
Feel
go too
what
crazy.
the fuck, man, is this?
What the fuck is Ayoba, man? This nigga's getting too excited. So I'm like, fuck it. You know, if he doesn't like it, he'll say it will remove it. Fuck it, sin. This nigga, when he calls me back, I'm like, yo. He's like, Ayoba. I'm like, ah, fuck it.
He like, we go.
We gone. Then every single time, like there was just a lot of, whenever I would greet people, they would just be like, oh, all eyes on me, Ayoba. Like, I decided to make it a tag from people. It was like a greeting. People bang kunta ngokuthi Ayoba type thing. And I was like, fuck it.
It's okay.
That's my
Actually,
tag.
it's my thing.
Then the tag also just went crazy on
It
its
went
own.
crazy.
Yeah.
Were you the first nigga on the tag level? I think I might kind of remember it
I
being
don't
like
want
that.
social media going crazy
Hey,
on
you
me, so
know
I
how
need to
they
think
go,
about
but
it.
we need to document. I remember kind of feeling like that. Who had a tag before you?
Let's say this. We could arguably say I was the first with the tag that's recognizable on a commercial sense.
Yeah, but if we don't recognize it, then we don't count it. Does it count if we don't recognize it?
Yeah, I think nami phela nami sing driver essay
Diplomatic.
dog diplomatic answer, yabo.
Ufuna ukuba
Yabo.
humble.
Yeah, so hey.
Cause but okay, let's have the without the Ubuntu. Let's have the real convo. Just for the sake of, because we're documenting history also here. Who had which producer had a hit that had a tag where we knew, that tag means that this song is produced by him before
Okay,
you.
Ubuntu aside, niggas could have had tags. My tag was killing everybody.
Come on, talk your shit out.
Yeah, my tag was definitely killing everybody.
Come on.
And like, from a hit standpoint,
Come on,
it's like you
nigga.
knew Gucci, when you heard that. I would have people, we'd work in the studio, and I get calls from niggas saying, yo, my nigga, we're trying to get into studio with you. Dog, we're not gonna even be 10 minutes into the session with you. All we want is the Ayoba. Put it on this beat, please. And I'm like, nah, nigga, that's blasphemous. That's crazy. That's fucking dog, like.
But I understand that because at that time, like when you heard Ayoba, it's like your ears already say this is a hit. You already love the song. You just want to hear it now, but you've already decided you love it.
Yeah.
That's how it felt.
Dog, so if I did a song with you, if I didn't put the Ayoba there, niggas would catch because they'd be like, this nigga's not feeling the song or he's not about us like that. Why is he not putting the tag on this shit? So it got to a point where, because Nakona, the tag thing wasn't really a conscious thing where it was like, okay, I'm going to tag everything in whatever the case is.
The tag movement hadn't really become a movement then. That's why I'm trying to give you your dab, because you made that a thing, nigga.
Yeah, true.
You made that a thing.
And
after
I guess
your
that's
hits, the Ayoba shit, you made that a thing. Then every producer was conscious of the fact, oh, I need to have a signature. I have to be recognizable as a producer.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, you made that wave.
Then I'ma own it. Niggas, bite me. Fuck it.
You made that wave. And I say that also to say, because you also made the wave of producers being their own brands.
Yeah.
You did Producers Must Rise.
Yeah. Ain't our dog, like, looking at it now, I think there was a way I could have done it that could have had more impact. I was too caught up in, the fight and like more than the actual movement and the actual let's figure it out type thing. Like, let's figure out a way to actually make this thing a movement and a way to actually give producers the light, and not just the producers, just people behind the scenes and whatever the case is. But now, because I was on my young nigga shit, it was like, hey, fuck, give the producer some love, man, type thing.
Yeah.
And yeah, that goes back to the passion, dog. Like, at the time, Futi, being a producer wasn't really lucrative like that. You know? This is before now your beat stars. This is before social media, in a sense where it's like, okay, you could DM niggas and like, send beats. Like, you could send niggas WhatsApps. I mean, not WhatsApps, Facebooks. To say, yo, my nigga, please bump this link. I used to send you fucking links too.
Yeah, I wasn't checking.
But that's another chop. It's fine.
I was not checking.
My nigga, I was so hurt. Because you responded. That's the
For
other
real?
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, yo, my nigga, if it's me, I'm trying to get like, yabo, let's do this thing. Here's some beats, whatever. Cool, where you based, type thing, whatever.
and then what
Send the
happened?
link. Sent the link. I silence. I'm like, I'm not about it. It's tough. No. I was like, yeah. But anyway, you know how it goes, dog. Like,
Yeah, she said I didn't believe. Maybe the batch you sent wasn't.
Or maybe you just didn't get to the batch.
Probably, yeah. Probably didn't even jam it because I don't
That's
remember
the case.
that. Yeah,
and producers, which I should say, like, I think we know it by now, but producers shouldn't really take it personally because it's like, yo, there's a han of us trying to.
Yeah.
On the same
you definitely
Facebook
shouldn't
also.
take it personally.
It shouldn't be personal.
Also, for me, I've always been very personal with producers. Like, even when I worked with you, it's like, I want to be there. Like, the sending me beats thing for me doesn't really hit like that.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, there's niggas where it's like with you, Luda, Mesh, or, but those are niggas you can trust to be like, yo, send me beats and you know you're going to get some crazy shit. But
Now, corner will send and still pull up to the store.
you feel me? So that we can
dig in the extra sauce. Yeah.
Exactly. And it's funny you mentioned that I kept it pushing on your on your beat pack that you said. Because that reminds me of a funny story. I bumped into you at the prom. So I pulled up on you. I'm like, oh, and this is at the time I'm in the trenches. Yeah, boy, the cash time just dusted me. I'm trying to fight. It's looking crazy for me. I see you out there. You on your shit, obviously, right now. You,
Oh, yeah?
you the boy, yeah. So I'm like, yo, yeah, boy, let me hold out there the beat game. Yeah, boy. You like, yeah, nah. But they hit me on the email. I was like,
Serious?
I'm sweating, yo. I was like, ooh. I was like, hey, the boy is the boy right now.
The boy was the boy right now.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
I eat the humble pie. I'm like, he's the boy. It's fine. I take the email, right? Hey, damn. Okay, I'll email the boy. I email you, man. Yo, it's me, man. The guy, bro. Hit me. And you hit me with the management email.
Oh!
You hit me with the management email.
I'm glad you bring this up because I need to speak this in behalf of producers. So,
Wait.
okay.
The email said, yo, this is Tweezy's management. So the beats is gonna be 20 bands if you need, yeah, boss. So let us know. You can invoice you this way, yeah, boss. I was like, okay. I left it at that. I was like, I'll see him a different day, this man.
The boy was the boy, I guess.
The boy was the boy. I took it on the chin. I was like,
But also, at that time, not to be diplomatic or whatever the case is, this is a constant producer fight, where I'm sure even producers right now, they're still struggling with this thing where it's like, niggas don't know how to charge. They don't know how to maneuver those kind of conversations. They don't know. And also, niggas have been in situations where it's like, okay, yo, let's go and let's do it and whatever. Then niggas take the work, they slicer, they release the work, and then it's like, how? Yeah, type thing.
Yeah.
So, me, not personally on my side, the boy is the boy.
No.
But I was figuring my shit out, dog. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I took it on the chin. I was like, respectfully. It's fine.
Yeah, I was figuring it out as I go, dog. Because also in the producer market, dog, it was like, yo, Mfethu, how do we do these things? Like, ngapha, you've got people. Because, this is now producer chat now. Then producer, I'm crying for the producers
Get
now.
in your bag, represent them.
The problem at that time specifically, I don't know about now. You see, as producers, first and foremost, you're coming from a point where you don't know how the business sense works, in the sense of you don't know how to charge niggas, how to make your money, and everything. Craziest story. There was a time when me and Keenan were chatting outside. Like, what was he recording? Ranchosi or something. Or maybe one of the beats that just didn't make it or something. So, we outside sharing a series, like, okay, cool. So let's have the chop now. So
let's have the real one.
Let's have the real one. How much am I looking at here? I'm like, dog. And now in my mind, I'm like, yo, I've never done this, especially on this level, and this is Keenan. You have chats where people were like, yo, when you get in the industry, these niggas make money. And looking from the outside, you're seeing glamour, you're seeing niggas with Rolexes on, you're seeing niggas pushing the whips and whatever the case is, and you're like, okay, cool. These niggas get money from the record, and the record comes from the beat. And you're also referencing shit that's happening in the States. You're like, oh shit. You're looking at Mike Will or fucking whoever. And it's like, yo, niggas, iced out is out here Lamborghini and whatever. And you're like, yo, I don't want to undercharge. But what is undercharging? What is overcharging? Whatever the case is, in. So I'm like, yo, dog, how much do you usually charge? He's like, nah. I think he wanted to see.
He's trying to catch you.
Yeah. It's like, nah, dog. Like, everyone's got a different whatever. I'm like, yo. Something in my mind is like, I'm finna go for the 5K. I'm like, 5K. He's like, yeah. Fair to 5K. For a come up nigga. Come on, Fethu. You with the Doro Super Mega, Mfethu. Like,
that's
you with the
Doro
law.
era.
Mfethu. This is post, like, summers and metros and everything. And I was like, look, big dog, let me be honest with you. I don't know how this shit work, bro. Like, I just threw in the 5K because I don't know. you know. I don't even know if you're whipping me or whatever the case is, or young finesse, but fuck it, you know. Like, I'm here to learn and I'm here to not. When I started, so he starts telling me about his time when he was a producer and how I was charging pro like 1K for the, and they were divided with the Ivy League. And I was like, you know what? Let me give you the 2K. And I'm like, my nigga, find out even if you gave me $2, fuck it. And you just schooled me and whatever. Because I was about the education and just understanding the industry.
Which you were getting.
You understand? And
valuable education.
Too much.
Life-changing education.
Life-changing, especially as far as publishing. Man, Keenan helped me with even my first publishing setups, you know, even got me with the fifth season, you know, at the time when things were starting to get together and stuff. So, you know, working with him, especially at that time, put me on a lot of game about how everything works.
Yeah.
Especially having to move around, whether it's music video shoots or doing this and that. You know, there's game that you pick up as you go.
Yeah.
And that's the game that you'll never get from a podcast or you get on. You need to be present type thing. But now, the game's not coming out on the charging.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, niggas will hold back on that side.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, they don't want you to know too much.
Dog, I grew from the 5Ks eventually. And now you're Tweezy, dog. And it's like,
Yo, bro.
Eventually someone comes and says, yo, 50 racks. And you're like, yo. And those are people now showing you this money. But Nakona, like, there's still no structure. You just taking it as you go because you're like, oh shit, okay, I'm worth 50 now. Shit, cool. 50.
Let's go.
You get what I'm saying? And it gets to a point where, like, even in experiences, you experience certain artists where now, because artists now, Opela, everything is well when you're getting into the studio, but now when it comes to the paper, some people are not as clean as they should be. You get what I'm saying?
A lot of niggas.
You get what I'm saying? So now you'll come with niggas where it's like, yo, I don't have the... And I mean, I was heavy on the, you know, like there's artists that can even vouch for me, whether they decide to or not, that's cool. Like where they'll come through and say, yo, I know this is how much, but can you hold this one? And, you know, let's figure it out as we go.
And then we'll double back.
Yeah, well, and I would see with those artists who it's okay. For instance, like Rouge. I remember Rouge when we were doing the Mbonga Zaga.
Yeah.
She pulled up on me. She was like, yo, Mfethu, like, I'm dying to work with you. This is my work. Hey, now her presentation was lit.
She was
She
ready
was
for
very
you.
convincing, yes. She was ready. So she was like, yo, Mfethu, this is, yabo, APCD, whatever. This is how much I got. This is how much, yabo. And now Maseng Bega Vele, like how she's moving, I'm like, yo, girl, Vele, firstly, she's hella talented. She's hardworking.
Super talented.
She got a team she's putting together and everything. Yo, Mfethu, let's put in the work. You know, let me hold. And the shit went big.
And you gave her a first hit, man.
Was it a first?
Was it? It was, no?
Oh, yeah, it was. Cool. So,
Shout out to Rouge.
shout out to Rouge.
We need you on Choppin It, babe. Stop calling these women baby. Like, like, what the hell? We need you on Choppin It, man.
Wow.
Respectfully.
So, yeah. Anyway, moral of the story, figuring it out as we go.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Figuring it out as we go. We can end
your
it there.
Producers Must Rise revolution, where did it come from? Came from, I'm assuming, the things you are now going through with Forbes.
No, not with Forbes.
Where did it come from?
It came from particularly the thing that actually sparked the thing was that the metros that year, I forgot where they were, whatever the case is. But you know this thing, industry, the people that are involved, whatever, they getting tickets and like, they can enter.
Yes.
So that's kind of like the club handle, Yoguti. Kabanga, you just whip the hits and now you need to, the bouncers don't carve you. So now it's a thing, Yoguti Mfethu, come on, y'all niggas are bumping my shit inside. And it's like, come on, nigga, 120 with it. Like, I see yabo. So, similar situation with this metro thing, yabo, where it was like, so again, I'm a youngin, yabo.
Yeah.
I'm figuring it out as we go. I'm like, how the fuck is shit, you know? So you telling me, and also the thing that took me to the top was that I was not the only one.
Yeah.
So when I was trying to organize this ticket thing and whatever the case is, boom, 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 boom. Okay, I'll figure it out. I'll buy the ticket or some shit, tell my management to go to Amfitsu, let's head to Durban, we'll figure ourselves out. Let's just go out there. Only to bump into my comrades and my fellow producers to say, yo, Mfethu, we also suffer.
We are all outside.
So you're telling me right now, look at Sibahle, and I mean, I had like dap it up because like I had got together some PR there. Our mission now is just to get to the red carpet.
Yeah.
Now we can handle the PRs and do whatever the case is.
Yeah.
Dog, you need the VIP for the red carpet. You
Hell
can't
yeah.
come in with the tenga ring and it's like,
Yeah.
So ngizqoqile, all my producer comrades nabo baziqoqile, we outside. Like, yo. So now it's stinging, dog, ukuthi Mfethu. And at that time inside, Mfethu, the jams are bumping back to back and we're like, yo, gents, like, are you kidding me? These people are playing our shit out there and we're outside, bro. Like, we can't get in. Being my young self, pull out vele the Twitter. Futhi I was still heavy vele on just not really watching what I'm doing with the Twitter. Ngazidabukisa, dog, made shut the sad face. Fired it on the Twitter. I'm like, yo, look how bad we're looking out here. We're outside, niggas. Like, they're not showing us live. Started trending.
And Forbes, now you hit him when you were there. To say, come on, I'm outside.
Hey, but now he was busy with it and whatever the case is. Don't know where he was.
Hold you down.
Vana. So, but I guess he was busy, dog. Like, you know, with the industry things, there's ways to do things and you need to prepare before and whatever the case is.
That's what I'm pointing out. You thought that you could just get there and hit it. Yo, I'm outside.
And it's like, motherfucker, we needed to go dress up, bro. And like, we got interviews, we got this. The craziest shit is that we are day one, so okay. I'm not thinking about the fact Yoguti Lomuntu. And come on, he's Keenan. It's Questa. Me, I'm Tweezy. Yes, you are the Lord, but you are the little Lord.
You're the small
Lord. You don't have a packed out schedule like these niggas, so you need to. So obviously I get on my young nigga shit, start wilding out. And that's why he also felt away. Which is what created the divide.
That's what caused you niggas is young. Yeah, I remember,
So, but Nakona, like, and it was the time when he was still wild also. Because when we were chopping it and trying to figure it out, I was like, yo, my G, look, I don't know how shit works. And, I'm just hungry, dog, and I'm just trying to figure it out. I don't know.
Also, he hit you up going crazy on you.
So...
Because he was a call you and go crazy nigga at that time.
You know?
So, he used to love that shit.
And I got a warning. Well, not really a warning, but a concern from Questa because we were doing the day one and everything. So Kshuguti, when he was taking the offense, he was with them at the time. Kshuguti, whatever chop they were having, Toluguti, the niggas like, oh, this is a grateful ass nigga, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Questa's calling me, he's like, yo, dog, what's happening? I'm like, Vaya, yo, this producers must in. I'm like, no, this is about the producers and us not being able to get inside and whatever. Yeah, dog, I think you need to speak to Keenan because now homie's feeling away and he's feeling like, And I'm like,
you're on your cheesy shit now at this stage.
Yeah, but
you got your own ego.
But Nakon, it was like, no, this is not about you, dog. This is about... Hey, so I call him and I'm like, yo, dog, Fethu, this is not about you. This is about the community and the fact that we were outside. You know, this is being like, then what? Yo, my G, you know what? I think let's link up. Let's talk about this because I think there's a great misunderstanding and whatever the case is and stuff. Yabo. And the Pella, despite the fact that there might be egos and whatever the case is, you can't shit where you eat still.
Yeah.
So there was still a lot of that also going on. Nuguti, at the end of the day, and despite whatever, and
he was your pops.
It was pops, you know, and we've had that chat also, like, because when we squashed it at Back to the City, when he was the surprise guest for Ulo and and like he did the whole "Don't forget to pray" and everyone went wild. So, yeah, anyway, when we're chopping it there, he was like, yo, I told him there, Gucci, at the end of the day, you're pops, dog. And Mina, I just wish we could speak because also he's super mega. I can't get a hold of him at certain points.
Yeah.
Nami ngiyapanisheka ukuthi dog, you're super
Gucci,
megging
come
me
on.
also, dog.
It's your boy, I gave you did the hits with you.
Besides that, like, Mfethu, come on. Like, we're speaking about stuff that has to do with work or whatever the case is. And Mfethu, Mina, all I need is a conversation just for us to know what's happening. And then he would just go wild. Yabo. Then, to a point where he went wild and I didn't engage. Like, he even went to the Twitter where it was like, I forgot what he said the first time around. Like, a provoker. I don't know whether I was supposed to say something or whatever. At the time I was moving with Slick. Shout out to Injayami.
Yeah, shout out Slick.
We were working a lot and like we're moving a lot.
Yeah.
So, people were just out there saying, yo, Keenan's talking crazy about you. Go check the yabo. When I check, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna say anything. And literally I deleted Twitter and I just mised. Yabo. And I got back and I was like, yo, niggas, Keenan is my OG. He's pops. And like, you
Come
know.
on, but keep it a pin. Now you had subbed him a little.
No, this is before Pela angithi ngiyaqala. Yabo. So the first time around when it started, I was like, yo, come on, this is pops and everything and wow. Then he pulled up again.
Yeah.
And now you know Keenan, he also knows how to press IU type thing.
The best that.
Whatever he said before, it didn't move me too. Yabo. So we figured, yo, if I say this guy is the producer, yabo. So if I get him to be in his producer shit, I'm gonna say he didn't produce this shit.
Oh yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
Then he went and said, wena, you young nigga, gaje. Yabo.
Didn't even do this handles.
And I was like, yo, Fetu, what's happening? OG is doing me like this. Then you know, Vele, everyone's got an ego. Ego's like, yo.
There.
I touched me,
Because you came back wilded.
Also because, like, you know, Mfethu's pops, how could you be doing, like, we're not having this convo offline. What's happening? Yabo? So I'm like, and I'm also heavy on my, hey, if God is with me, who's gonna be against me? So I'm heavy on that wave. I'm like, dog, you know what, God, I don't know what's happening. Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I'm Tembewe Nankosi. Let's go.
That's fire.
So, my Tembewe Nankosi bag tells me, yo, Father, let this nigga know.
Go crazy.
Yeah. I'm like, bro, at the end of the day, Father, we did this shit together. And however you feel, it turns up and then tabloids start going crazy. My phone is ringing, yeah, all that jazz. And then, craziest story that people don't know.
Come on, chopping it. We get the stories that people don't know.
We actually had a physical.
I know.
You know.
Tell it. Yeah, you told me.
By the way. Yeah. So we had a physical in Tubani, I forgot. Oh, it was Rage. Yeah, it was Rage. Shout out to Injayami. He's bringing me out. I'm trying to push into being an artist and whatever the case is. Injayami is like, yo, let's do it, my nigga. We've got Rage. Come through. Put you on the stage and everything. I shot. I don't know what he had planned or whatever the case is, but it just so happens Gucci's going to pull up to Durban as well. Then Speedster. Shout out to Speedster. Speedster pulls up on me. He's like, yeah, nigga, this nigga's in town, boy. And I'm like, oh, dog, if God is with me, who's going to be against me?
He's
fuck
still
it.
in that
I'm
bag.
still in that bag, dog. I'm like, fuck it. Yeah, boy. We move, time goes. Friday, niggas performing. Somewhere at Rage, Natisi corner out there. I'm like, Fetu. Me, I need to confront this nigga. We need to sort this thing out. Now, the thing is, I really wanted to sort this thing out because it's like, Mfethu, I don't understand what the hell is going on with this entire thing anyway. You know? Yeah, uzoyithatha njengokuhlokoloza anyway type thing, yabo. So I'm trying to see this man, whatever Botiam are trying their best. Yo mfethu. Like, yabo, whatever. Eventually some club, Slick is DJing out there, pull up with him. And then we were at the club somewhere, we're chilling in one section, he's in another section. This nigga's chilling one side, looking at me, you can see who's in Fetu. This man wants to do it. Fetu. I'm like, father. One side is like, Mfetu, get out of here, you know.
Get out of here.
You know? Other side is like, Mfetu, if God is for you, who's gonna be against you? I'm like, fuck it, I got God, nigga, I ain't going nowhere. Fetu. I stay out there. I fast forward. Confrontations in the bathroom. Yabo Mpilo's pulling up on me. I'm like, Mpilo, what's happening, bro? Other niggas are pulling up. What's happening? I eventually, to cut a long story short, shit got physical.
Come on. Give us the thing now.
It got physical.
You're already there.
It got physical, man.
What happened?
Yeah, like, it got physical, niggas. It got physical. And Nakona, I didn't fight him back. Yabo. It was a thing. Yogutai, confrontation. And then I guess he was mad. Yabo. And then.
And he threw a something.
Yabo. And then in the Pakao, commotion. Yabo. Traditional Forbes, vele. Yabo. On his wild shit. Yabo.
Hey. He was a problem at that time. Yo.
Yeah. But yeah, dog, like, literally, like I said, at Back to the City, yeah, then we got a chance to speak, and he was like, yo, bro, I was wilding. You were wilding also as Antoine. I don't know what the fuck bag you were in.
Yeah.
But like, yo, we were both out of pocket. Let's ease it out. Let's keep it moving.
How long after was that?
Probably
you guys
like,
beefed for like a while. A bit. While you were moving with Slick. No? I got it twisted?
Nah, we didn't really beef for a while. We just, I guess if us not really moving together and just not working together is beef, then yeah.
I mean, it is if you were working together and moving together.
Yeah. So I guess, yeah. For about when did Touch My Blood come out? 2018? That was 2017. Yeah, about a year.
Yeah, I was going to say like for about a year.
Yeah. Yeah, not so... Yeah.
Yeah. Because you guys squashed it around the time we were working on For the Level and all that. Because I remember you sent him Touch My Blood, the song, the intro.
Yeah. That's when we were working with Pori. Shout out to Pori.
Yeah, shout out to the Lord.
And it's funny because... Yeah, Tiamo called me, man. And he was like, yo, Fetu, Keenan's working on Touch My Blood, and like, he's really about getting you involved, you know? And I was like, yo, that's Pops, let's do it.
Let's get it.
And he was like, okay, cool, yeah, we in Sun City and whatever the case is. I'm like, yo, I mean, I can pull up, I can send you beats, you know, get to the chopping, and then we made the music, listening. Oh no, before the listening session, that was the Back to the City handle, yeah. Like, I was chopping with some nigga from the States, Velo, who does bookings and whatever the case is, getting the international connect level coming together.
Yeah.
He was coming up. So as he's coming up, I'm like, yo, here's this man. Hey. And now Forbes is unpredictable, dog. You don't know who's fitting a soga or whatever.
Nigga, yeah.
I was hella nervous. I'm like, hey, Fetu. But we just worked. Whatever, cool. Be neutral. Homie comes through, dog. Juntas me, yo, what up, dog? Fetu, look, everything we've been through, Fetu. You're wild, now it's wild, you know.
Yeah.
Fetu, it's a new day.
That was dope for y'all to piece it up like that.
Yeah. And then we were good ever since. We even grew closer ever since. As far as like working relationship and everything.
Yeah, and that Touch My Blood intro.
That was lit.
Come on now.
Come on, bro.
Come on now.
Come on.
Your catalog. Who can see you? Cause so you come in with the levels and you give Forbes like maybe 4 or 5 there in that album. crazy. And then you go on an insane run, like, because then you did you go from there? Okay, so you went from there to what? To the Slick or to the Ambitious? Did you go from the levels to
Dog, I
Ambitious?
was everywhere, dog. Because, like, that's when I even did about Dlala Kayona. That's when I did.
Dlala
like,
Kayona was Benchmark, no?
Tito.
Oh, Tito,
Yeah.
yes. Wait, when was that? That was after. That was much later.
Like, so, because Levels Work came out first.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll call it the era of the DJs, when the DJs were coming up with singles and whatever.
Yeah.
Started working a lot with Speedster. That's when me and Slick started getting along.
Did he
also.
live, ne? No?
Yes, I did it live. That's what kicked off our relationship.
That joint.
That joint.
Ooh.
That's when. So Dlala Kayona was even before that. So we had Dlala, and then we had.
It came out before that song?
Yeah. Dlala's like 2015. Early. Probably like Feb, March or some
You
shit.
brought Tito back.
Yeah.
I remember that convo.
Yeah, one of the
you
things.
want the Ubuntu level. Sorry.
The one thing.
You gave him a hit. Sorry. It's fine.
The thing that I find, a lot of people come and say, yo, there's a few people you gave the biggest songs ever. And I don't really look at it that way. Because for me, it's about the music and doing the hits and whatever. People call it the Ubuntu handle, but Mina, it's like, ish, I don't want to look at it like that. Yeah, bo? But obviously, if you take away the Ubuntu handle, it's like, okay, cool. I gave niggas their biggest hits. It's like, cool. Tito, what song is bigger than Dlala Kayon?
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, cool. Rouge, there's some songs,
Yeah, Ruth's just done. Just done well after that.
right?
Yeah. But you gave her first.
First. But basically, when you look into my catalog and the work that I've done,
Yeah.
which is something that I take pride in,
You should.
every single piece of work that I've gotten involved in, whatever high caliber and the best work that people are doing for themselves and achieving with their work, my work is somewhere above there. So whether you want to say it's the best or top 5, 10, whatever the case is, I'm amongst there somewhere.
So, E-Life and what else around that time? Because how many records did you do with Slick? Like,
We
how
did an
many y'all
entire
got?
project. We did an entire project.
You did thing as well. You touched on it with Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw you work on that in the
Yeah.
studio when we were making Flexing.
Yeah. You were there.
Yes, Sersky.
You get what I'm
Yes,
saying?
Sersky.
So you were there for flexing. Like, at that point,
Oh, yeah, Flexing is you also.
yeah. You know, at that time, my relationship with Slick was like
booming.
booming. And we're
Booming.
very close. And I wonder if there's something, I don't know if Slick is gonna, but
He's
I
gonna
can-
watch this.
Yeah, and I can hit him offline or whatever the case is. And
No, just hit him here on the camera.
Mfethu.
Just look right there.
Slick, my nigga, I was really young. There's a lot of shit we went through that was very unnecessary. I was a young man. I'm sure you get it, but yeah. So yeah, like, cause I was on my young man shit and it was
Yeah.
like, you know, I was immature.
I remember
with a lot
y'all
of
went
things.
through it out there.
Yeah, we went
for a
through
bit.
it. And another thing is, hey, when I was younger, like, I wasn't, like, no one teaches you how to gauge the game,
Yeah.
right? In the sense of if people are gonna move maliciously and like people bazobe basendlebeni and whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Also, yeah, like, I was in a state where I couldn't trust people because this is at a time when I'm fighting with Keenan. Some people are doing me dirtying up and whatever the case is.
Yeah, the game has hurt
I'm
you.
vulnerable as fuck now.
Yeah.
Yeah, bo. And then now, that vulnerability is spilling over relationships that are solid that, yeah, bo, didn't deserve to
Yeah.
go through.
I can relate to that.
You get what I'm saying? So that's why even now I'm taking the time to apologize to the
That's
man
fine.
because that's one of the few people that were collateral. And it was a strong, dope relationship that I regret to have had to put into that whole energy and whatever the case is. Especially because he tried to you know,
To make it right.
to make it right.
Yeah.
And I was like, you niggas are all
I actually remember you had that energy.
Yeah,
Because
because
I was kicking it with you and with him at the
Yeah.
time. I was starting to get close to him, and you and I were kicking it in the
Yeah.
mid all the time at
Yeah.
that time. Yeah.
So, yeah, and at that time, like mentally, I was just caught up into a lot of, like, I was inside the negativity and just looking at things that I shouldn't really pay attention to. And instead of also picking up the call and saying, yo, mfethu, like, ngathi kunenkinga la.
Yeah.
You know? And then we ironed that out or we figured it out and whatever the case is. It was just a thing of say, oh, it's like that? Young man shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. So,
Folk.
yeah, so, yeah. Shout out to Injaya, man. Like, but yeah, we did an entire project together and, man, it was a classic.
And that's volume 1, ne?
Volume 1. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a classic.
I think
He won a slam out there, ne?
No, he won Remix of the Year for It Do Like I Do. Isama, I think. Or did it? I know it won a Saha. I know it won a Saha. Guaranteed. Mixtape of the Year, I think. That one I know for sure. Sama, I don't know.
He might have. Well, yeah.
You know, anyway, you know,
yeah.
that speaks for the
And
amazing
the
work we did.
Ambitious Link?
Ambitious Link?
How did that happen? So that's after, because then, what's the timeline between the Slick relationship and, because when you're staying in the mid, you're in Ambitious as a producer, no?
Not really. You see, the thing with the Ambitious design is that my big OG, the CEO,
Yes.
like, we've had a relationship from 2000 when the label started, when Fifi was coming out, because he reached out to me to work on some Fifi things and whatever the case is, and from the work we did there with 20 Fifi, that kicked off our relationship, and then he started kicking off the label hustle and going like full throttle, and then only to find Uguti, yo, my nigga Ndev was out in the cut, MT is out there, and he's the nigga, because at the time Roll Up was fucking shit up and no one knew who the hell this nigga is on the Roll Up, only to find Uguti it's him. So it was like a nice, yo, mfethu, trust me, let's go in, vele, started doing shit for him, and then so I don't know whether to say, yeah, I could say that I was a producer there, but the relationship was based off getting into studio with the artist, working on some music, then handling business with the label. So kind of like
dog,
me and Zing are gonna go to studio, we shy a demo, whoever the big dogs are that are gonna handle us and make sure everything moves smoothly.
Yeah.
Type thing.
Facts.
And that relationship sort of moved all the way up till today.
To this day, yeah.
To a point where now I started getting involved into the system officially, just from the synergy that I have with the big guy. Uguti like, yo, we work so well, Ganji, and whatever the case is, how about Vele step in as the A&R and whatever the case is? And then I was like, yo, let's do it.
I got you.
Type thing.
That's fire. And that's a fire position to hold. That's dope.
Yeah.
That shows that that's in your journey of a producer, that's an accolade.
Yeah.
To be trusted with A&R. That
Oh, for
means
sure,
your
for
ear is
sure.
real. That's fire. On Avery, what did you make on Avery? You made 5-0 there?
5-0. Konjo, what else? Peaky. Yeah. Yeah. Peaky.
On Avery.
On Avery.
Paradise?
Paradise and I'm a hater. Paradise.
You
being
made
the-
Paradise as you, ne?
Yeah.
Culture classic.
You get what I'm saying?
Went crazy.
Yeah, just those two.
And I'm a hater, ne?
Yeah.
Thing wasn't you. What was that song? Oh no, that's Luna. Okay, yeah. What's that, John? Yeah, but that's Luna, yeah. What else was? Are you on Drugs Inc? No?
Drugs Inc. was more rough. I think Luna here and there also. Yeah, but I wasn't on it.
You and Luna were holding the fort for the. Oh, you, Luna, and Ruff. I'm sorry, respectfully. Woo, big dog Ruff. Woo, watch out now.
Yo,
Sorry, Ruff.
the biggest homie.
See what I did there? Yo, yeah. Yeah, he's Pella
The big homie.
Ooh, come
Yeah.
on now. We need your Choppin It too, big dog. Yeah, you guys were like holding that sound of the ambitious. That whole blow of ambitious was off of the backbone of you
Us
niggas.
three, yeah.
That I found that to be incredible.
Yeah.
I found that to be incredible because the range of the music also is.
And we always did, like, for instance, like, I mean, like, obviously you'll have the works where there's us doing we in our bag separately.
Yeah.
And then there's the time where we come together. There was always just this, it's like it gave its own flavor type thing. You listen to, I mean, I don't think I would have did that on my own. Because all three of us were in that bitch.
And the sound.
You get what I'm saying? Then you have, I wasn't on Vura, but Vura had like Raf, Best Boy, Luna. And it's got this sound yakhona le. Yabo?
Yeah, Vura also sounds like a beat with a couple of niggas.
You get, it's got that. Yabo? And just the relationship with us three also at the time. And like, I think that's just the thing with producers also. I don't know now. And with like the producers manch and whatever, but Tina, in that period, like, firstly, we had a relationship where we could pull up on each other.
Yeah.
I guess we could call it a friendship, you know? And we were so close to one another that we always labbing up. So when one labs up, Omunye is right there. So we're either labbing on whatever's going on there or we're labbing on our separate things. And then also the ambitious thing bringing us together also.
That was a fucking fire era.
It was crazy.
You guys
bro.
had essay on fire.
Yeah.
Essay on fire.
Yeah.
Like, Fifi was on fire.
Oh, and Mesh too. He was also in the cut. By the
and
way.
Mesh also, yes.
Yeah. Because
Did he work on anybody else's stuff outside of Reese's stuff?
he did I Do. Yeah, Amanda Black and La Sauce. The big
That's
joint.
Crazy.
What else, Konj? Yeah, I did a number of things.
He
Did some
was
stuff
in
for
there
Amanda
too,
Black
no?
in the album,
Yeah,
I
how
think.
can I forget
But he wasn't
Mesh?
there, yeah.
Yeah, Mesh also. That's why he's a real clot. He's from, Mesh is from the real clot. He's for real. Yeah, he's up there. He's one of them.
It's definitely one of them ones.
He's one of them ones. As far as producers that have given SA hip hop an identity and a sound, you're one of them. Luna is one of them.
Definitely Luna.
Ruff is one
Definitely
of them.
Rough.
Who else is up? Mesh.
Mesh,
Mesh, yes,
definitely.
Mesh.
Who else? Specifically in hip hop?
We can go elsewhere if it's necessary.
Because, bro, I want to give flowers to Lord Bori, bro.
Oh, let's do that. That I want to
Mfethu.
do. That's the different beast.
Mfethu, that is
Give
the
him.
holy grail. That is the top of the top. As far as production, A&R, having the ear. Bafethu, please.
What?
Please.
That guy.
That guy.
That guy is top one, and it's not up for discussion.
No. No,
with
it's not.
anybody.
Nah.
With sounds, with catalog hits, like bringing people back, giving people their first. He is the king of all that.
Fethu, Lord Bori can whip you with a set for 3 hours of just his shit. Forget whoever is booming, whatever joint is out there on TikTok that's killing it, and whatever the case is, and whatever. Nah. Me, I'm pulling up as Lord Bori as the Mkandi we sound. And I'm bumping you 3 hours.
Of my shit.
And it's not just 3 hours of feeling shit in of, it's 3 hours of ukuzithwala ikhanda because how am I? What the hell is going on out here? Hit after hit, bro.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
also he's a solid human being. And he's so, as far as giving game, I learned so much. Just
Facts.
for me to be able to even learn about studying A&R and seeing how producers move just on a bigger scale of things, where you're involving really the big corporates and understanding how albums go out and this publishing on a certain level. You know, he's rich in giving out that game, especially to
giver.
So what I was seeking then as a young man, being wild and not understanding the game and how to charge and what, he's the epitome of that.
Yeah, he would have given you that.
You know? Yeah. And you see with how the young niggas around him now are moving.
Yeah.
Uguti, you don't hear no one coloring. It's an energy that works for everyone. Uguti nje the producers.
Even the levels of success he's able to produce for everybody. Like,
my nigga.
Pori can give anyone a huge hit.
Anyone.
Yeah, anyone.
Bro.
Like, I swear, like, when we made Ongamwe, like, I wasn't even trying to, like, do anything crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I was just doing that to show him that, because he used to be on my ass, like, come on, why don't you want to, so I was kind of just flexing on him, like, this handle, I can do this handle. It's just not my handle, because I want to be the rap nigga shit, not me on my young nigga shit. I want to be on my rap shit. And just to see him flip that into a hit, and now we're in the streets, we're performing this, it's going crazy. It's like, wait, what? This nigga can, and then obviously he gave me Jala. That's obviously
El Clasico.
That's different. And when you talk about the A&R, him even deciding that this guy is gonna be the one to make this song. Like, how do you even come to that decision? I had never made a song like that before.
Dog,
ever.
I'd never played that shit, Nami.
Yeah, how did he come up with that?
Yeah.
And he wasn't wrong. My biggest song to date.
He was absolutely right.
He was spot on.
And how many times has he been absolutely right?
He's the most
the white
right
Ukuchas to the Kalawa Times catalogs.
He carried Kalawa with Heavy K out there. Him and Heavy K carried.
Fetu. You know, Mina personally, Lord Bor is my, like, dog. Even in my artist bag, I talk about how much that man inspires me because, you know, everyone has goals and everyone has inspirations. And when you just see what Lord Bor is doing, just even before the piano was just like, that was like,
that's like,
we've been telling you niggas.
Okay, Pori.
Yeah, it was like, okay, Pori. If niggas didn't know, now they know.
Pela, his piano bag, that alone, Pela, he was doing that 2-hour sets before the piano bag.
Yeah.
The piano bag now, he can play for 5 hours.
Can have a Pori one-man show with no supporting artists unless they perform me.
Come on, like, how many hits? I haven't seen him miss since I met him. And there was a year where he had, like, I think, like 10 hits in, like, the top 10 biggest songs of the year. And I was busy dapping him. I think it was, like, 2018 or whatever, when he had all suited and all that.
Yeah,
when he was going crazy. Yeah, when he started becoming now Lord Bori, like, I'm dapping him end of that year. We're in Durban. It's some beach house for New Year's. I'm like, hey, you've gone crazy. You him. He was like, I'm trying to have 100 of... I'm like, for me, I had never seen anyone have 10 of the 15 biggest songs of the year. I had never seen that. I'm dapping him for that. He's like, nah. I'm trying to have like 100 of these. I want these to come out like it's nothing. So I'm like, okay. I'm like, he's talking his shit, whatever. And then I literally watched him do it. I'm like, this nigga he was being literal.
He wasn't just saying the shit.
He was being literal. Pela, ever since that first, what was it, Scorpion Kings, there's been no looking back. What? Yeah, no, Lord Porter.
Yeah, that man is goat. Minanji, I just wanted to say that.
Thank you for giving that man that moment.
Petu.
Thank you. He's the guy.
Yeah.
Tweezy now, today, fast forward, because it's done now a lot of what? No way, I can't do that. Then we do TMZ.
My nigga.
Come on. Then we, I'm on my Lil Wayne moment.
Hey.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
My bad. Shit. Then we do TMZ, but
Fethu.
some of the most fire music we've ever also.
One of the best moments in my life personally.
As a creator.
As a creative.
Yo.
Fethu. I think that's where I also learned one of the power of collaboration, this mastermind thing. A Think and Grow Rich. I don't know if you've read Think.
I haven't.
My
When you
nigga,
said
read
that, it
book.
made me feel like
Tap
after the
into
show,
that
I need
book,
to
my nigga,
ask you
like,
to
tap
plug
into
it.
that book. Like, so there's a chapter called Power of Mastermind where they talk about, so it's like you and the bros putting the system together, pushing a mission, and you guys really have a common goal. And now having this unlocks this level of creativity where you could have unlocked the source on your own, cool, but now this one is another upper. And you start even unlocking, because now you're coming with the different angles.
It's like you'll become one.
Yes. And also, as far as the creativity, you go outside. You don't come with the zinger creativity when
Yeah.
you're doing your shit in your
Yeah,
bag.
facts.
And I don't come with the Tweezy thing.
Facts.
We start finding a pocket amongst us three. Where now, if we hearing some shit outside, it's like, yo, that's a Makwa pocket. And if we, whatever the case is, and then
Yeah.
that creates some sort of
That's crazy.
magic.
So for the audience, TMZ was like a little group we created, which was you, myself, and Makwa, which is insane because you're obviously legendary. Makwa's in his spirit
That's who we
bag,
forgot to
in
count
his
as far as the producers,
with
especially
the
with
sound,
the sound.
also.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Shout out to Lord Makwa.
Yes, Makwa is one of them. He's up there. Ooh, how could we? Very foul. Makwa. We caught him in his luggage at that time. As an artist, as a producer.
And he was in that essay bag,
The deepest one.
this like making music for the masses bag.
The deepest one.
Eto. And dog, whatever it is that we did out there, we just made magic, bro.
That was magical. Like, so what was that first song? Amahloni.
Amahloni.
Like, come on, cling, 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 cling. No, like it also was the best sounding music I had heard in forever, probably till this day. Like the sonics were the sound, the style, yo, crazy. They bother us till this day on the
They
socials.
too.
Come on, why didn't you guys put this on DSPs and all that?
Eish.
Why didn't you guys put it on
what
DSP?
happened? What happened?
Why did you guys not put it on DSPs?
What happened?
What happened?
I don't know, dog. I think
I remember what happened.
what happened?
Shit got funky, is what happened. Because remember when we had finished the project, that's when Nota came into the mix and started saying funny things. Nota made, so I'm finally going to say it. I've been wanting to say it. Nota is the reason that the TMZ project is not on DSPs. Because it started getting into Marco's head.
Yeah.
Remember then they called that meeting, and I guess they've been wanting to hear this. We may as well talk about it.
Yeah.
And then remember, he said he deserves 80% of the project.
Wait, what?
You don't remember that? He said he produced 80%.
Oh, you mean Makwa? Yeah.
That's when he had sat down. Palangisi, Nota was his...
Yeah.
was his pops and his business. That's where all those ideas were coming from, and that talk.
And like, people in the game, can we be fair, bro? And just keep things standard and solid. Let everyone get what they deserve. The music suffers, bro.
And the music
people
suffered.
suffer too.
And the people
artists,
suffered.
The people, like people had to beg.
We could have had a seats 2, seats 3
Come
by now.
on, bro. And we were still hungry to do it.
Because that's when things got weird. And then it was like, the conversation got stuck there. And then it didn't continue.
Yeah, because now that you're mentioning it, I remember us running around putting together. There was a setup that had been set up, and it was looking like, okay,
we're gonna sign a deal and everything.
Yeah. Oh, it's okay, shit. Things are looking okay, cool. Let's put it together again.
And it got to a little teet right there, and it just then everybody just kind of walked away quietly.
Dog. Do you know how you have some fire? Like, do you know how I know TMZ's fire? Dog. Lord Bori co-signed. Benza co-signed. Nota co-signed with the entire rap life. And like, every single person that got a chance to hear it while we're still making the thing.
Was losing their minds.
And was not losing your mind in the sense of, yo, you niggas are making some shit. It was, yo, Mfethu, what's the setup in this thing? And like, I think that's the thing that also breaks my heart the most, with just like where it landed up, because Mfethu.
It hurt me. It hurt me. It hurt me.
But yeah,
but
nevertheless,
we'll have
it was
Marco
an amazing.
also to tell his side of the story on Choppin It. Marco,
please, Marco, tell us what happened. Please
tell us what notes I was saying there. He got it then.
Yeah. Ish.
But yeah, so that's also a part of your catalog. And as an artist, you got it in your bag there.
Yeah.
You got to rap
and I feel like that was some of my best rapping that was happening
the
there.
Best.
The
best. You were on fire.
What's the joint there? My favorite verse.
Choppin It. Oh, your Choppin It verse is crazy.
Every time I get into my artist bag and I feel like I need to reference or I need to oomph myself or whatever, I bump that joint.
You gotta.
You
gotta.
Kanje, I don't even remember what it says, but whatever I said there was deep.
You were sliding.
Fucking sliding.
And you and I had developed that chemistry from the flexing.
Yeah. And also, to give you your flowers, lyrically, there was a sharpening iron, because I picked that up with what's the other joint we did? I think the intro, man. Fucking It Up.
Yeah.
Like, even when I listen to that joint, there's certain lines where I hear and I'm like, okay, you can tell, Uguti, I've been with you and my iron's been sharpened. Because when I know a dog, you're on your lyrical shit, and when you come with that lyrical shit, it's not easy to just, you have to observe now. I wanna manage. You need to come correct. Otherwise, yeah.
That happened with a lot of, okay, but I'll let niggas say it themselves. Thank you. I'll take those flowers, sir. Thank you. Yeah.
Weezy F Bay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, since TMZ, as a producer and as an artist, sitting here today, because I think that's the last we heard of you as an artist, no?
No, Amatimoni was.
Oh, you did Amatimoni, and you produced it too, no? Also, you gave Cass a smash too. That was the first time you worked with Cass. No?
Officially.
What does that mean?
Like, we've been working and getting into our bag and stuff. Our work officially came out via Amatimoni.
Oh, yeah. Because at first, you niggas couldn't. You niggas had to get through some shit because of the picking sides thing, yeah.
No, but now, funny enough, at the time, I was in fifth season at the time. I'd asked Benza and Akonuguti, yo, Mfethu, okay, I'm down to work with Umchita because, hey, you know, I'm about the music, but Nakona, how do you think the Pops is gonna feel? How the Pops is gonna look, Mfethu, put it together, let's see. Yeah, well, let the music happen, and then we'll see the chops or whatever the case is and figure it out. Yeah, well, so we'd been chopping the music and whatever, and respect to him, he also didn't let that come in between.
Yeah, he's a solid nigga. Like, Cass doesn't get enough credit for how solid
He's
a
a
nigga
super
is.
solid nigga, bro. One of the most solid.
He's super
personally, for me.
solid. He's very mature, also very wise. Like, he does, like, when you see him on the socials, when he engages and whatever, you think he gets caught up in the dumb shit. But he really actually doesn't let the dumb shit distract him or phase him.
Yeah, he's super
he
focused.
knows what the goal is and how to get there.
And if you've never engaged, this is how I feel. If you've never engaged with him in person and you've never dealt with him in person, then I think to a certain extent, but that's the case with everyone, dog. You shouldn't really judge people without actually, don't make up your mind about a person, Muguti, you know? So, yeah, dog, Mina for me is one of the most solid niggas, you know? He's broken bread with me so many times just outside the production as far as like putting me on gigs as an artist, giving me advice, dapping me when I drop a song, like
fire,
you know. So yeah, he's a solid bro.
I'm wondering if Nama must take a moment to apologize to him now.
Apologize, my nigga. My nigga, you know the thing is, like, Mfethu, and it's evident with what's happening in the game with our brothers just leaving and everything.
Yeah,
there's so much dumb shit that's really got us caught up in things that don't mean anything.
Yeah,
really.
Facts.
You know?
So to my camera, Mr. Casper, your vest, refill. My apologies for the disrespect. I was playing foul. I was playing foul. But you know what makes me even think of that? Is us talking about how solid a nigga he is. I remember I was at my lowest. He was at his highest, peaking, going crazy. I think he was about to fill up the dome or whatever. And we were it's Sumo now. I don't even know what it was then. So he walks in, he's chopping it with me. And obviously at the time, when he's in the club, it's like, oh, Mandela's in the club. You can feel it in the air. It's like, Pela Casper was hot.
Your
like,
feet at that time.
Like scorching, hot. It was like, yo.
Like there was an aura when
there's
you
very
pulled
few niggas that have been that hot.
Yeah.
If any. If we're being honest.
Yeah.
If any. His level of hot. So we chopping it in the club. The boys just checking on me. Oh, what's up? What's going on? Yeah, bro. And I think he could see that I was down bad, like mentally and just spiritually and whatever. And this nigga was just telling me just how cool I am. He's like, yo, you the coolest nigga I've ever seen in my life.
As far as the jig.
Yeah, it's like, yo, you the coolest nigga in the world. Like, not just here. It's like, yo, the way you talk, the way you move, the way it's just like how easy you make it look and how influential.
Yeah, no cap.
It's like you just have that thing. So he gave me that and it gave me life. So I felt, when I looked back at when I went at him, trying to bait him into a little back and forth with the music, with this, I was like, that made me feel bad. I was like, damn. When I thought back to that moment, I'm like, damn, this nigga at my lowest
did me a side.
Yeah, it was pulling me up because he could see that I'm down. And so yeah, Mr. New Vest, there you have it from me. Thank you for inspiring us to apologize here on this show.
Ubuntu, Petsu.
Ubuntu.
Let's get in the Ubuntu bag more often, James.
More often, and I think hip hop needs it.
Yeah,
I think that beef and fuck shit era is what
sabotaged
the game.
Yeah.
When everybody was making music with each other and we all shared the sound and we all shared whatever, it wasn't like calling people out, okay, you see that guy's doing my thing there, that's my thing that he's doing.
Yeah.
That was when hip hop was at its peak.
Yeah, but the problem also is that everyone's got a young man in them that makes them do young nigga shit.
Of course.
You know, and it's just the way it goes, Hopefully,
That's why these young niggas think they can compare TWC to Kersa. Young nigga shit.
Hey, man. Like, Yeah.
Yeah, let me not rope you into that one.
Okay, can I give my 2 cents?
Yeah.
For me personally, both are very impactful in different sectors, if we may say that. Like Cash Time, we could say gave some source. Like they were the ones that pulled up for TWC to be there and everything. And then TWC was sort of like, the baton was passed and then yabo ran with it from a Lontuzana, a young level type thing, And yeah, both Mfethu are very impactful, dog. But niggas, Cash Time, like, not to pick any sides or whatever the case is, but I'm just saying, Cash Time, niggas, like, come on, bro. Like, there's a few of us that came up from looking up to Cash Time. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, that's
There's
what
nothing
happened.
wrong with that, niggas. Like, we're meant to inspire one another.
Yeah.
We're meant to see something dope and aspire to do doper. And if something inspired you, go ahead and say it inspired you.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, that's another thing that made me feel like we kind of were hating on Cass. Because it's like, why were we always trying to find something that is not doing right instead of just showing love and just letting him kill it? That whole energy behind his shit is just hate. It's like, why does he attract that hate? And it's because it's doing so well.
Why, dog? Like, I don't understand it, but hey.
Yeah, it's a whole nother chap, I guess.
Yeah.
So where do you take it from now? Like, what are your plans? What are you into now? What is Tweezy doing? And where?
I'm back to fuck up the game. Coming to drop the hits again and whatever. Yeah, man. I'm trying to get back in my bag. Obviously, I've been more A&R, like in my quieter era. I mean, my quiet boy era.
Yeah.
So I've been doing a lot of A&R and everything. But yeah, like, yeah.
Coming back.
The thing is, I don't want to make it seem as if, it's the return of Tweezy or whatever the case is type thing,
And make big promises.
Yeah, I'm here back to fuck up the game and then, because we also put pressure on ourselves. And that's something that I used to roll heavy on, Nami, just as a young nigga.
Yeah.
Yo, we're gonna...
And then you disappoint yourself and you break your own heart.
Yeah, you understand?
Yeah.
And then you go put yourself in your own little naughty corner, So yeah, but I'm still the same old me.
Which is dope.
Yeah, like,
dope.
Can never change, bro. Still whipping hits with niggas,
Yeah.
Gents, please don't take it personally when I do piano. Like, I make music. Like, there was a time on Twitter, like, even when you're going away from Twitter, then you come back and you just pop all out, okay, what's happening in the streets and whatever. There was a time people were having me for Uguti, I'm moving in the Yanos and everything.
You in the Yano land?
Yeah. I was
Shit,
flipping
that's fire.
Yanos. Yeah, there's a song that went gold platinum. Shout out to Slade. Iwamuhle with Sinomsolo.
Oh, you did that handle?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
fire.
So, yeah.
That's fire.
And also,
Black in the Yano land.
that too. And it's my first ever.
Are you him?
It's my first ever.
First ever what?
Like my first song in the Yanos.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit.
My introduction.
Yeah, coming in.
That's now me talking my shit.
Yeah. Get in there.
My first ever. Yeah, boy. So, and it was just a thing, Uguti Valley. I want to tap into the Yanos. Why not? Yeah, boy. So the hip hop community, as hip hop
was eating you.
Yo, Anna.
They
So
don't know what
Bafethu.
they want, those ones. They
Bafethu.
love to complain and cry and throw stones, but it's like, yeah, but we're working for you. Like, the work we're doing is for you.
Music.
Like,
so manje, if we had to do a piano song, it's not allowed?
they're gonna eat us. That's another thing Pori is great at. They blind us and doing what he does. Because
Ne?
I remember when he was doing the Qom, he got backlash. Because they were like, hey, Qom is from Durban, in. And he was one of the biggest guys in the Chrome sound.
Even
And-
got co-signed by the leader of the wave.
Yeah, he had to.
Utira,
Yeah, they had to. Because he was moving. And then when he was done, he's like, okay, yeah, no, I'm ready. And they were like, oh, why are you always just jumping, do anything, whatever. He's like
Yeah,
millions in the bank.
So you're saying that blinders are essential nje for...
Do your work. I said the same thing. Excuse me. People were commenting on Mesh Beats working with Nasty C. I'm like, perfect. That's his job, is to produce. Go produce.
Finish.
Whatever you produce it. So the same with you. If it has to be a Yano, produce it. Nami, I must just rap. If it's a Yano, I must rap.
You must podcast.
I must chop.
Because I'm sure there's Nina out there in the rap community who would say, so yeah, podcast what in
Exactly. The same thing when I made Lana. Oh, man, what's the sound in? Years later, hey, you should have kept doing this sound. Well,
yeah, the blinders are essential at this point.
Zinja. Don't listen to any of it.
It's
Just do your thing.
Yeah.
Please toast us out of here because we've chopped it on a real level. Thank you, actually. You gave me the real chops. I appreciate it.
Oh, my nigga. What are we toasting to? We're toasting to Ubuntu. Ubuntu.
To the Ubuntu motion.
Aslanganeni. We're toasting to God.
Amen.
You know, let's remember ukuthi mfethu.
Amen.
We serve a greater calling. And we're a part of that calling. So, yabo, when we engage with one another, we must remember ukuthi sihlanganiswa uNkulunkulu bafethu. And that's where also the Ubuntu comes from. You get what I'm saying?
I love that.
Let's toast to everything we've done that's legendary legacy. And
Yes,
let's
Sirski.
toast to the future for all the greatness we're still about to achieve.
That's fire. Let's give us your words, Ajay. Tweezers, ladies and gentlemen. Ayober.
Yes, sir.
Chopping it. And my spillages? What is going on?